What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And today we have a K40 relay out of a Mercedes. Seems to be a pretty common problem with these. Calls no crank, no start. Your gear shift indicator won't light up. Your horn won't work. Cruise control won't light up. Maybe I think air suspension as well is tied in with this. It's a lot of stuff that ties into this, and you can see all the little relays right there. And it should have like 5 connectors right there. And then it's got, I think, 2, 4, 5 fuses like these size, and then one big 40 amp. And I think that's why I call it a K40, because it's got the 40 amp right there. But common problem on these is the solder goes out on these, and instead of buying a new one, which these are roughly $200, give or take $50. But common issue that seems to happen is the solder will actually come apart. We'll try to get y'all in. Come on, zoom in. See if I can get in here a little bit. Yep. Oh no, I'm moving all over the place. There we go. See how the solder is separating from those 2 terminals right here on the top? Seems to be a pretty common thing, and even that one on the right looks like it's coming apart too. So what I'm going to do is reheat these up, and then we're going to apply a little bit more solder to them. Just don't get them touching each other if you can help it, because that will make a connection across. But we're going to heat that up with a soldering iron, and this is the one that I got right here. I'll try to zoom back out. But to get to this point, once you pull this out of the car, take it out of this, and you can see like the little tabs along the edges. You can use a little small pocket screwdriver, a little pick. Just don't go too far. You don't want to mess up the motherboard. But you can pry it apart, and it moves pretty easy. See how flexible it is? So you can move it pretty easy, and it'll just pop right out. But I'm going to set y'all up so that I can start filming this and show you how we're going to do all this. I got my gun heating up, and yeah, should be pretty warm by now. And try to get y'all in here a little bit closer, kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm going to kind of just melt off a lot of the solder that's in here. And I got a real fine tip on here. And it's kind of melting it. And I got some new solder right here. See if I can get in here. I'm going to get it to adhere to it. Get this little edge a little bit better. Alright, that seems to be a little bit better than it was. And then I'm going to try to get in here on this one as well. Alright. Then I'm going to get this little back one just a little bit also. think we may have it right there. Turn this off. I got it set down on something that's not too hard to gonna melt, not too hard, but something's not made of plastic. See if I can get in here. Yeah, we got it on there a little bit better than it was. But now we got that on there. Sorry, kind of pulled you away quick. I'm doing this on my phone because I know my GoPro won't zoom in great like that, but I'm doing it on my phone to make it a little bit easier. But we got them in there, and happier with the way it looks now than it did before because it's not separating. And I'm going to go over the rest of them just to make sure there's no loose ends on any of those, and if there is, we'll touch up some of those as well. But when I looked at it first time, it seemed like it was pretty decent. And then here's the back side of it. But that connector right there is the one that kind of worried me. It looks a little off colored from the rest, even though it is bigger than those. That one right there, I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to look or not, but that's the way it is on this one. So let me set y'all back up and I'll show you how this thing kind of just pops down into the casing. Got y'all kind of just propped up against my mouse right now for my computer. And you can tell which way it goes in. And just push it down. You should hear it kind of snap. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay. Should be pretty good on it. That's how it sits in. And now when it sits in the car, it just sits in here kind of like this. And it's got these connectors. To get these connectors out, also all you do is just, you can use a pick, little pocket screwdriver or something, and they'll pull right out. They're not in there real tight or anything. So, but hopefully this is the fix for this, which I mean his horn, his cruise control, and a few other things weren't working on it, and it wasn't cranking as well. And applied power straight to the starter, and it turned over just fine. And it's not the immobilizer, because on these cars, this is a, I think, 01 SLK 320. On these cars, if the dashboard comes on, the immobilizer is working, because it actually goes through the immobilizer. And so that's one good thing I like about them, because you can tell if the immobilizer is going out, because if the dash doesn't light up or anything, it's not doing it. Because when it goes to crank it, it doesn't click, it doesn't do anything, it just no noise. So we kind of narrowed it down to this because it does have a lot of other things that weren't working at the time. So wish me luck. Pretty short little video I was going to do. Last one I've seen of this right here on YouTube was like 13 years ago. So I figured I'd go ahead and do an updated version of it and kind of give you my point on it. But thanks for watching. Got any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comment section. And as always, torque to state. Y'all have a great day.